Here live from Dallas, Texas. You got Maddox here. I think we'll call this channel Crypto Maddox, waiting on YouTube here. There it is. 3, 2, 1, and we're up. Welcome. Good to see you guys here today. I'm calling it Southside Crypto for now. My name is Maddox. Let me get right to it. We're going to try to do this in under 10 minutes, maybe 12, maybe 15. You see what's going on today in crypto. There it is. Day is not looking good. Right now we are correlated to the markets as of yesterday, 0.88. I've seen as high as 0.99 the correlation to the markets. And clearly, the markets are not doing anything to date. They're off their lows, it looks like. Well, the NASDAQ's not, but the Dow and the S&P are. So for the week, that's what we really would like to look at. We are still red, and Rose, one of my favorite, is down 17 for the week. Not good. Crow's down 16 for the week. But we're all about Bitcoin right now. It's only down 7. So with that being said, I'm going to go to the buy flows first, and then we'll go straight to the TA. So the buy flows right now, just got to it. This is on cryptometer.io. I paid $15 for it if you did not know. And we did the 3-day buy flow. So USD is flowing. You can see it there, flowing into Cardano, Solana, and Bitcoin flows alone from USD. Again, this is probably retail investors per the USD, 1.3 billion, right? Euros, and then USDT is typically from traders, more experienced retail, if you would, and institutions. All right, you can see 5.3 billion is going out. Total ETH, 2.7 billion last 3 days. Solana at $500 million. BNB at 600 mil. Luna at $500 million. Sand at 300 million. Man at 300 million. Phantom. It just continues to have relative strength, guys. FTM, 300 million. Cardano above 300 million, so on and so forth. As we get down here, I did want to check on, there's Matic, 123 million. So those are the buy flows that we're seeing right now. As far as Bitcoin, here's where we're going to start it off. So you see my levels there. This is the Fibonacci retracement tool. My levels are very, very clear of where we're at right now, and that is clearly 41.7 right now. 41.8 is where we are. We've got to maintain 40, or we fall way down to this 29 level right down here. Got to maintain that. There is some support in there. I'd say about you've got support right here. There it is at 36, 37ish. A little bit of support there. But for the most part, we got to maintain the 41, and then there is some resistance, as we all know, at that 44.5-ish level. But the big level that we got to retain, it's right there. It's we're calling it 52.7. Let's just call it 53,000. We got to have some 53,000 and see some follow through. That's really two or three green daily candles. I get it. Crypto trades, but these are daily candles, as you see here. If we go more into, these are the stories we're going to go through. Let's just run through Bitcoin. Ethereum is at 2,900 right now. That's the downside. It needs to maintain that. The resistance clearly is at 3,200. Once we get past 3,200, there is some resistance at 36. Key level though. Key level is that 39, let me make sure that I've got that right. The 3,900 level, got it written down. Yeah, the 3,900 level is a key level as well. Sorry, I'm messing with the mic. Also, please let me know if the mic is not working for you guys. XRP, clearly we need to get above $1. Just flat out, that's where we need to be. Where it is now, I believe right now XRP is at 80 cents. And we need to, it needs the support's at 73, resistance at 84. Solana, it is the relative strength's under 40. It's not good. Next support is at 79, so watch out for that. The next, we're at Solana right now. Just to make sure that I'm getting it's at 95. So we're good to go on this on Solana. Its next support's at 79. If it takes out that, it's at 66. It needs to get above, I believe, $1.20 is what I saw, or $1.30. One of the two. Cardano's kind of in that same boat. It's above a buck, right? Cardano right now is at $1.04. So it needs to hold on to that. It's got resistance at $1.09 to $1.10. So $1.09. So to me, that's $1.10ish, and then $1.20ish, right? But it needs to. It's got support at $1.06, which it just broke. So DOT needs to move off its low at 15. Resistance on the upside was going to be at 22. If you're looking at BNB, resistance would be found at 433-ish. The coin would decline. It looks like the support level would be 413-ish. So AVAX and then Luna, and we're done. Resistance was at 87, and the support stands. Resistance is at 95. Support, they've got this wrong. Resistance at 95, support at 87. Where else? Although capital inflows were above the outflows of AVAX, one of the few, just so you know. Luna, the RSI is below 50. Its resistance is at 64, but support's at 53. So as long as you understand that, let's go through some bigger news. Why crypto's doing what it's doing. One, it's very correlated to the markets. Again, I think we're at 0.88, 0.90. We do have some good bullish things going on. We just found out that Biden is going to be signing, this just broke, Biden is going to be signing a executive order regulating cryptos. Now, my take on that, just from a high level, not knowing anything about it, boomers seem to overreact and overregulate because they have no idea what they're doing. And there's young people that work at that White House, but clearly they're not in his ear. And I don't get why he wants to go to a kinetic war. But here's Putin's stance on that, which is affecting all the markets, including crypto. Putin's stance is just like we did. So if you go back to the Cuban Missile Crisis, and fact check me on this, in 1962 or 64, I'm not sure which, we were going to invade Cuba because we don't want missiles off our coast. Putin, in the same vein, right, in the same situation, he doesn't want NATO missiles in Ukraine because they share a large border, right? So those missiles could be hitting targets within seconds, right? Whereas other missiles would take minutes, and they could, maybe figure out what they could do, get defenses in place, right? Scramble some fighters, whatever that is. That's his point. And I see that point. And talking to a Russian friend, Russians don't see Ukraine, they see him as Russian. The language they speak in Ukraine is Russian, right? They see them as basically comrades, right? So they do not want to invade. But I get Putin's point. I'm not sympathizing with him. But that's just the way that he sees it. All right, let's get back to what I want to talk about here. So Twitter, you probably seen this added Ethereum addresses to its tips feature. Mine is, I've got the ENS, iambull.eth, so you can send me something there if you want to. Wink, wink. JP Morgan Wealth Management released their observations of Ethereum. Here's the deal. They tagged the altcoin king less centralized than Bitcoin and essentially riskier too. The bank's analysts noted that Ethereum could lose its crown to other worthy competitors, which we've been saying with the gas fees being so high. Vitalik finally said, hey, we might want to do something here, right? Because they are losing market share to Cardano, Solana, and BNB. Just name a few. You could throw in Avalanche there as well. So what's helping them is the Polkadot. So, all right, with that being said, adding on to this, they also believe that Ethereum is less decentralized than Bitcoin. This is because the top 100 addresses hold 39% of total Ether supply. We know that why that is, but while Bitcoin only 14%. So that is their logic behind that. Chainlink's new function reduces transaction fees by 6%. This is huge for Chainlink. Chainlink needs a jolt. It's at 16. It went to 50. Was hanging out at 25 and has dropped way down. Link announced the release of verifiable random function, or VRF. The new improved version of the random number generator can reduce transaction fees by 60%. That's pretty damn cool. Since the launch, Chainlink VRF has become the most widely adopted random number generator solution in the blockchain industry. That's very, very key when you're talking about blockchains, right? You need random numbers generated. And a multitude of projects like Bored Apes Yacht Club, Axie Infinity, and Ether cards rely on Chainlink VRF randomness. That's very, very cool. All right. SEC is investigating Binance again. I don't know really what they can do. They're not letting you use Binance. You got to use a VPN to get out to it, right? So the SEC reportedly is investigating the Binance's U.S. arm, right? Because I guess they lied to them. The two firms are Sigma Chain AG and Merit Peak, were acting as market makers, one on the short side, one on the long side. The key is that they were both under the control of CZ, or Changpeng Zhao. That is the CEO of Binance, who's worth about $22 billion, so they say. Zhao controlled both firms until last year when another friend of his became president of Sigma Chain, and that friend has also been listed as an executive director according to Binance's corporate documents. Those two trading firms acted as market makers. The ongoing investigation is to ascertain if Binance US gives preferential treatment to these firms if it properly discloses its ties to the firm. So even if they don't, what are they going to do? Like ban it? They've already done that, right? You can't do anything on Binance. That's why KuCoin is coming up. Oh, Dominic, I missed the YOLO hours too, brother. I really, really do. One of these days, brother. A group of 18, if you did not see this, a group of 18 crypto companies, big ones too, and like Coinbase, Gemini, Kraken, Bittrex, so on and so forth, have launched the Travel Rule Universal Solution technology. Let me kind of explain what I think this is, right? They're basically tracking Bitcoins that come, like they're doing analysis. When you put a Bitcoin on their exchange, they're basically tracking where that Bitcoin came from. That's kind of the genesis of this. The new solution is aimed at helping companies comply with Financial Action Task Force anti-money laundering travel rule, right? So unlike cash, you could actually track Bitcoin, and now they can do it so fast on the blockchain. They can put this rule in place. It's 18 members. I told you some of them already, including Anchorage, Avante, and Zodia. They intended at tackling money laundering. The solution would address terrorist financing concerns that every country has, including the U.S., while also ensuring security and privacy of users' personal data, and that is key. The trust. I want to say this. The information would be sent directly from one trust member to another, P2P encrypted channels. Check this out. So oil giant ConocoPhillips, if you did not know, has joined the Bitcoin mining business per the wasteful practice of flaring. So let me tell you how this works. So at the well, when they drill down, if they're drilling for crude, right, there are excess gases that come up when you drill for crude. There's water, there's excess gases, and there's crude, right? Those have to be separated out. They separate them out at the wellhead, right? And that gas literally gets burned off, right? It gets burned off. Well, that's called flaring. Well, that gas can also be used. It's basically nat gas, right? It's just they're not capturing it. So the company has disclosed that it is currently running pilot project in the Balkan, which is in North Dakota, where it has been selling excess gas to a third-party Bitcoin miner instead of burning it off. So essentially, they have to bring like an 18-wheeler box truck, right? And in there is, I think I've heard up to 120 ASIC miners can fit in there, Bitmain type stuff, right? I think it's lower than that, but that's what I've heard. So they put it right on site. Instead of flaring it, that gas gets turned into energy to run, you guessed it, the Bitcoin miners, but it has to be done on site. It cannot travel through transmission lines or gas pipelines. Cannot do that. So this is what they're doing. That would be very, very expensive. So they're putting them on site. Pretty cool. It's called, this is just routine flaring. This is just another revenue stream for big oil, fossil fuels. Just let you know. And that's all I got today. So hopefully I'm under about 15 minutes. With that being said, guys, I really appreciate you being here. I try to go through this quickly. I did want to say one more thing on unusual whales. Look at the buying. So it's a red day, but you can see it's 50-50 on the buy sell. But here's all the way from Tuesday. You can see where the big buys, and there's a lot of big buys being made today, guys. This is Thursday right in here. So look at the blue is Bitcoin. Look at these Bitcoin huge buys, and the green is Ethereum. So there you go. So you can see with the price dropping, whales are buying, and that's what we'd like to see. So with that being said, guys, I am out of here. So watch your six, go hard in the paint, and Dominic, maybe we'll get that YOLO going once again when I have some more time. Appreciate you guys. See you next time. I do this about 3-4 times a week. So out of here. We'll see you.